I went to a mosque.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to get like an idea. It was like an opening day, you know. Like so you had the imam or another name, I forgot, and he was explaining the point and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it really interesting, and then that was done, and then and then I bought a Quran.
Yeah.
Then I bought one then from the like in a mosque, you know, so a nice big one.
Yeah.
So, and it was, and I was reading it.
So you're just looking into it.
Yeah.
So what's your? Do you believe in a God? Like, but you're just kind of looking at.
I was always pretty atheist.
Yeah.
And then moved to London, and it was a big change from where I'm from. I'm very multicultural.
Yeah.
Everyone's from everywhere in London.
Yeah.
But I was just looking into it, and then for last month things were a bit longer. I bought a Quran, but it was from like Waterstones. So it was a Quran, but it wasn't like the nice big one.
Yeah.
I did see a nice big one in the bookshop mosque, and I started reading it.
Yeah.
So like one side is English and the other is Arabic. I'm only reading the English bit.
Yeah. You've got a Quran now with both, because we can get you one if you're not. Yeah.
No, I got one. Thanks. And, it's quite interesting to be honest.
Yeah, I mean for us, Islam is the continuation of prophets. So we believe that God sent prophets throughout time. As you might know, some of them: Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad's the final messenger. And we believe God sent messages through them prophets. He originally sent Moses the Torah, Jesus an Injeel. But we believe that these messages no longer exist. You know, we don't. The final message, the Quran, is the one that we accept today. You know, this is the one that's been sent from God, and we believe it's fully preserved since the time of Prophet Muhammad, and it tells us about Allah, who Allah is, and who He is not. You know, so the basic concept of Allah is we can't imagine God. It's beyond our understanding. You know, beyond our comprehension. What we know about Allah is what He tells us in the Quran and what Prophet Muhammad also told us about Him. But we don't believe in the Christian concept of Jesus being God or the Son of God. You know, we pray directly to God, and we pray 5 times a day. We fast Ramadan, we pay zakat, which is charity, and we go to a pilgrimage to Mecca once in a lifetime. And some of the basic beliefs that we believe in Allah, in God, belief that He's created angels amongst us, belief that He's sent books to different prophets, belief that He sent prophets, belief in the Judgment Day, and the belief in the Divine Decree. So we believe that this life is a test, and at the end of this life, we will be tested to see if we were Muslim. And the ones who are Muslim will go to paradise. So I mean, this is like the basic kind of structure of what we believe as Muslims.
No, I just felt really interested in it, and I started because I always sort of grew up sort of like atheist, or there's nothing there, prove it sort of thing.
Yeah.
So as soon as I come to London, meeting everyone from everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what I've done it completely. I just started researching and stuff, and then I went to London Central Mosque last Sunday because on Instagram it put like an introduction day thing.
Yeah.
And,
so you just went to check it out?
I went to check it out, and the guy was explaining stuff, and it was really good and stuff, and then that's it, got a nice big Quran, like a big one, so it's easy to read for me, nice and big. And I've been...
So do you have any questions about Islam? What questions do you have?
I've got... I suppose, I don't know everything about it completely yet, but I get the idea, but I know like Allah, the one creator, and because I think it makes more sense, like personally, for me it makes more sense that like Allah, the creator, and sent his message. Put my hand. And for me, I sort of like believe it kind of thing, Like in the past, when I didn't like about Christianity and stuff, I don't know. I give the Bible a go. I couldn't really keep reading it, I just found it a bit boring. But the Quran and stuff, it's the first time I sort of got into a book where I keep reading it, And I just think, another big thing I quite like about it is like the discipline, Because I think as a person, I believe in a certain religion, and obviously one religion is only the right one. But two, I think so what I think was quite good is I've seen some people British people or the white reverts, all that kind of stuff. And not all of them, but some of them doing stupid things,
Yeah.
And then because I don't really believe in going to like profession, some other people, talk to other things. The only way for me personally for guidance would be through, reading the Quran.
Yeah, like a religion. Yeah.
And
it does give us a clear way of life.
like,
It tells us.
Like you don't drink, you don't.
Yeah.
Expose and it.
Yeah.
And if there's like a higher power who says that, then for me it's like it's easier to do that.
Makes sense.
If,
Yeah.
like your average, I don't know, Joe Smokes, and
Yeah.
that's
Why should I listen to them?
Yeah. So no, I do find it.
I mean, for us, if somebody holds this concept of God, there's no other religion that teaches this.
Yeah.
Only Islam has that basic concept where we can't imagine God. He's outside of the creation. He's nothing like God, nothing like Allah. If you hold that belief, that is a Muslim belief. That is the Muslim concept of God. In order for somebody to become a Muslim, like I've been a Muslim 14 years,
Take the Shahada.
I took the Shahada. How do you know that? You've done a lot of research already.
I suppose so. Yeah. No,
When somebody believes, all it requires is to say the Shahada. The Shahada is to declare that there's nothing worthy of worship except Allah.
Yeah.
It's acknowledging that you don't worship Jesus or Muhammad or God or football stars or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You worship God alone. He's the most important thing. God is the most important thing to you, and you obey God and you worship God. And you acknowledge that Muhammad is the final messenger. If somebody believes that, then they're Muslim. It requires saying it. So the Shahada is the first step to becoming a Muslim. And then once somebody becomes a Muslim, then they start to learn the basics of Islam, learning how to pray, learning how to fast. It's nearly Ramadan, by the way. It's Ramadan in a few weeks. I'm sure you'll be trying that. Learning the basics. So, why don't you accept Islam? Come on,
I was honestly thinking about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got any. I work with some people and some Muslims, some are Christian, and all kind of faith and stuff. But no, I find it. I don't know why.
You just know it's the truth.
Yeah, no.
For me, when I started reading the Quran, it was like it's just true. I just realised that it's a trustworthy book. It's something that's preserved, where I didn't have that belief in the Bible.
Were you religious before you?
I went to church.
Yeah.
I never believed Jesus was God, though.
Yeah, it's just.
I had a problem with that from being a young 7 years
It
old.
doesn't really make sense, does it?
It doesn't make sense.
God's God, isn't it?
I always prayed to God.
Yeah.
I never prayed to Jesus. I said, God, I'm praying to you, not Jesus.
I think a lot of people do it, don't they?
Yeah. I actually believe a lot of Christians do pray to God alone.
I think a lot of people in general believe there's only one, isn't there? One
Yeah.
great, one God. Because I think, you can't have more than one of the main thing, do you know what I mean? So, but no, I'd be
Sorry, what's your name again?
Matthew.
Matthew, okay.
Yeah.
I'm John.
John.
We just need Mark and Luke now. So, Matthew, why don't you accept Islam today? You can say the Shahada with me. Take the first step. I can help you say it in English and Arabic.
I'd be camera shy, that's right.
You don't have to be on camera. Forget the camera. You're not on camera, by the way. You're not there. You're not on camera. But I don't care about the cameras, bro. It's not. It's about you, really.
Because
If you believe it,
Yeah.
and as I said, it's literally just saying there's nothing worthy of worship except Allah, and Muhammad is the final messenger, and that's it. That brings you into the fold of Islam, and that starts your kind of journey, towards.
I just think there's some things you need to change, before. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Look, listen. Let me tell you. I had the same thing. I used to drink.
Yeah.
Had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And look, do you think I don't need to change? I've been a Muslim 14 years. I'm not I'm not an angel. I'm not like a perfect human being. Do you know what I mean? It's the thing. Once you accept Islam, then you start to work on these things, and it might take you a week. It might take you a year. It might take you 10 years, and it's a lifelong thing of learning and coming closer to God, understanding and learning more about Allah, and worshipping Allah and becoming better in yourself. It's like a purification of yourself, and you just become purified in your actions as well, But it's not something that happens overnight. It's not like, okay, like at the time I was a jazz singer, right? Singing in casinos and, whatever. It's like it's not something where you just click and all of a sudden I'm like a practicing Muslim, and so yeah.
No, I do. I find it like interesting because the big difference I see with Islam, like Christianity, is another religion. It's like, well, the main to it is it's like most Muslims, well, they're all very passionate and they stand up for what they believe in,
Yeah.
But if you say it about another religion, no one really defends it, do they? Or do you know what I mean? But you see people very love and very respectful of it,
I think
I don't see that with other religions.
I think the thing with Islam is people actually believe it. There's no doubt about it. Like when people become Muslim or were they born into Islam, they fully believe it. Whereas I think within Christianity, I think people have always got that doubt in the back of their mind, and it is always something that's not making sense. It's like, the Jesus God, it doesn't make sense. So and not only that, what do you submit to? As a Christian, they don't have a moral code. They don't have details on, like for us, it's very clear. No alcohol, no gambling, we've got the 5 pillars, but we've got, guidance on how to live our life and how not to live our life. On all aspects of our life, without how to be a father, how to be a mother, how to be a son, how to be the correct daughter, how to be a tradesman. There's so much guidance within the Quran and the Sunnah, the sayings and the actions of Prophet Muhammad.
Is there another book? Because I bought the Quran, but is there another book called the Hadith? Is it?
Yeah, so the Hadith are basically, there's many of them, but the biggest, the most famous collection would be Sahih Bukhari. And this is like a collection of the sayings and the actions of Prophet Muhammad. So you have the Quran, which is a revelation given to Muhammad. This is the word of God. Whereas the Hadith is like the speech and the actions of Muhammad. This is the type of revelation that it was given to him, inspired to him. So anything he said or did was a part of revelation, but it's not the Quran. Does that make sense? So, the way the Prophet Muhammad interacted with people is all recorded. So we have so much and he is the best example. We believe Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the best example to humanity. Like he was the best example a human could possibly be, and we have that recorded on how to live like him. How to, perfect our life.
It makes more sense as well because it's like if you if you're peaceful or you think the concept of sacrificing someone. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not really nice, is it? Sort of,
I mean, for us, we do believe in Jesus. Right? He's a prophet. He's a human being. He's a prophet. He wasn't crucified. We don't believe he died for our sins. We don't believe he's the Son of God. But we do believe in Jesus, though. We do believe in fact, you can't be a Muslim unless you believe in Jesus. You can't deny him as a prophet. So, I mean, as I said, for you, if you have the belief, you believe in Allah, in the Muslim concept of God, you believe in Muhammad, the first step is Shahada. So, I mean, I can help you. I mean, we actually say it in Arabic, and we also say it in English, so you actually understand what you're saying. But in Arabic we say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, and that means I bear witness there's nothing worthy of worship except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is the final messenger. So I mean, if you like, I can help you pronounce it, but we can do it slowly.
Because I can only speak English.
So I mean, would you like to do it now? We'll go through it.
I don't know why I've been nervous. I just think some things I do, would be, against, Islam.
No, look. You look at the Muslims around. None of us are perfect. I've been Muslim 14 years. I guarantee you, there's things I do that are not correct. But
just repent your sins.
But the way I am now, 14 years on, to the way I was when I first accepted Islam is a massive difference. If you knew me when I first came to Islam, you'd think, who's this tearaway, But that's what Islam does. It purifies your actions, it purifies your beliefs, and guides you. This is something that we need in this day and age. We need this spiritual and moral guidance, where laws are changing, rules are changing, people don't even know what's right and wrong anymore.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I think the big thing about Islamic principles I quite like is it's strict, but in a good way. And some things you see now, which are just crazy, innit? But it's at least in the world. But now it's like, you know, like man and woman have got the gender roles and
Everything's changing.
I don't know, it's kind of
You know,
just-
by the way, this is one of the beautiful things about Islam, by the way. The roles of man and women is very clearly set out.
yeah.
And by the way, men and women are spiritually equal in the sight of God. The woman can get the highest level of paradise,
Yeah.
the man can get the highest level of paradise. But there's different jobs, if that makes sense. And this is why Islam gives the responsibility of the man to provide and protect and take care of the family. The woman has to protect the inside of the house for the children, raise the children, take care of the business in the house. But at the same time, we're both equally spiritually. They don't have this propaganda about women, men and women are not equal in Islam.
Oh, no,
We're equal in the
ego,
sense of spiritually equal. We can get the same reward in paradise, but we have different ways to get to that reward. So the first thing we say, we'll say, if you like, we can say it in English first, so then you know what we're saying.
Yeah.
So you say, I bear witness. If you want to, you say, I bear witness.
I don't know. I was a bit nervous.
Sorry, what's you? Yeah, sorry.
No, I do it. It's the only sort of like I said, I went to London Central Mosque last Sunday and an introduction.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like very appealing, you know. And if you think it's nice to have a faith, you know, the way you sort of go with it.
The thing with Islam, it's not just nice. Like it makes sense. Like it's the only religion with this concept of God, which is pure. You can't imagine God. He's beyond our comprehension. He's one. He's self-subsisting. He's not required to. He's not needing any of anything. You know, he's not a man. You know, this type of thing. So it. As I said, this is the only religion that teaches it, and it's the only religion with the guidance on how to live it. You know, and it's changed my life. I mean, I wasn't necessarily looking for a religion personally, but when I started to read the Quran, started to look at the guidance, I was convinced that this is the truth. The concept of God for me was, well, this is what I already believe. The pure one, you know, concept of one God. So yeah, I mean, if you like, I can help you, and we can say the English and then the Arabic, and I'll help you. Would you like to accept Islam? Yeah. Okay. So the first thing we say is, I bear witness that there's nothing worthy of worship except Allah.
There's nothing worthy of worship except Allah.
And I bear witness that Muhammad is the final messenger.
And I bear witness that Muhammad is the final messenger.
And in Arabic is Ashhadu
Ashhadu
and
and
La ilaha
La ilaha
illallah
illallah
wa
wa
Ashhadu
ashhadu
anna
anna
Muhammadan
Muhammadan
Rasulullah.
Rasulullah.
Rasulullah. That's it. You know, listen, it's as simple as that. When someone accepts Islam, a peace comes on the person. We believe that at that point when somebody accepts Islam, all the previous sins are wiped away and all the sins are turned into good deeds. And it's like literally starting fresh. It's a new start from now.
So after saying that now, that means...
After saying that, you are a Muslim. And not only a Muslim, but a very clean, fresh Muslim.
Yes.
It's a new beginning.
Yeah.
It's a fresh start. It doesn't matter what you've done in your past. It doesn't matter what you've done. This is all put behind. This is a fresh start. And when I first converted, I had this feeling of light. I felt light. I felt like a peace. I don't know how you feel or what you think.
I suppose. But yeah, no, like I said, I've been researching it for months.
Yeah.
And then eventually went to mosque.
I think there might be a bit of relief in there as well. It sounds like you've been researching for a while.
Because I wasn't sure if I had to go back to that specific mosque or do, to take it. But because I was watching a lot of videos of Speaker's Corner,
Yeah.
I never ended up coming here, but then did finally find it this time.
So you was considering going back to the mosque to take Shahada. You was thinking about that?
Yeah, because when the guy, one of the gentlemen there who was teaching Islam and stuff, he was saying, no, sorry, one of the guys who went on the induction day,
Yes.
he'd been going to the mosque a few weeks before that, and he took the Shahada, and he said,
Yeah.
So wow.
How old are you, by the way?
27.
Okay, I was 23
Yeah?
when I became Muslim. Yeah, so it's a good time to start, and I'm telling you, it's the best thing you've ever done. And at the moment, you're new,
Yeah,
and you got a lot to learn. But let me tell you, it's easy. Don't think it's difficult. It's easy. Look, it takes time. You're gonna have a bit of difficulty here and there, a few challenges here and there, like anything.
I know that. Yeah, that's just the media.
But I'm telling you, this is a life changer. It really is.
Are you all Muslims?
Yeah, it's Muslim. Yeah, there's Muslims. There's loads of Muslims. There's a lot of Muslims. In fact, I'd say the majority of Hyde Park is Muslim. There's a lot of Muslims come here because we believe it's true. So we want to share it. You see all these brothers here, they're trying to share it with people.
And another thing I see here, I might be biased because of taking the Shahada, but even before that, it's a big difference I noticed. I'm not being shallow or anything, but when I see the Muslims speaking and stuff here, it's all like normal,
Yeah.
But sometimes when I see some other religions, they're like shouting and screaming, and I don't know.
We have our loud ones as well.
Yeah. And I've seen it on Speaker's Corner. I've seen.
Yeah, we do have a few loud
some
ones.
of them, don't believe this, don't go on here. I'm like, I don't before that one. So it's good to.
I mean, I don't have my phone on me, but if you want, I can give you my WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
And if you need anything, we can be in touch. I don't actually live in London. I live in Turkey at the moment.
You're in Turkey?
Yes. So, but I do know some brothers who live in London, and if you want to meet, I know some brothers in. Not Swansea, but I know some brothers in Cardiff.
Yeah.
I can link you up with some brothers. It's nearly Ramadan, so I'm sure you'll get invited to loads of food. So I mean, would you like to take my phone number? I'll type it. I don't want to give other people.
That's all right. That was it. Or?
Yeah, and it's John Fontaine, John space FONTAIN. Yeah. And this is, Fontaine. So, you can send me a WhatsApp. I don't have my phone right now, but tomorrow I'll have my phone. You can send me a WhatsApp. We can be in touch. And look, as I said, it takes time to learn everything. Don't pressure yourself. Take your time. The main thing is now just learning the basics of Islam, learning how to pray.
Because when I went to London Central Mosque on the induction day, the guy said, you're coming, so a lot of people interested in the religion. So we sat in the mosque.
Yeah.
He's done the prayers. And the man was saying something like, when you first do a prayer in exam, every time when you do this, put your hands in.
Yeah, so we put our hands here to start. Say Allahu Akbar. Yeah, and then so when we in the first part of the prayer, we put our hands like this, then we recite a chapter of the Quran, the first chapter, which is the chapter 1 of the Quran. It's 7 verses. And then we recite another chapter, maybe a small chapter, and then we do ruku, which is bending, and then we come back up, and then we do sujood, where we put our head on the floor, then we sit down, we do sujood again, then we stand up, and we do another round. That is 2 units of prayer. Now, different prayers have different amount of units, so it sounds all confusing, but it's a mixture of reciting Quran, worshipping Allah, thanking Allah, obeying Allah, and also seeking and asking Allah for things, whether it's help, support, forgiveness, praising Allah for who He is and for things He's done. Also reciting the Quran, because it's a mixture of a lot of things. It's not just prayer, like from the Christian sense. It's a lot of things. And the first chapter is a mixture of that as well, the first chapter of the Quran. And if you send me a WhatsApp message, I have some small booklets that I can send you by PDF. And I've got one that teaches the prayer. And in the Arabic, when it says in Arabic, it's written in transliteration, which is like English letters. So when it's written in English letters, but if you say it, it's Arabic. Yeah. So that'll help you in the beginning. And then you can, learn how to pray. And the best thing is, do you have any Muslim friends or?
I know Muslims in London, and I work with some, but no, like as personal.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do would be to go back to the mosque where you've been, because you're familiar with the mosque. They probably remember you, and they usually have. There's also a brother here. We have like new Muslim classes. We was given it this morning actually at 10 o'clock is Al Muntada. They have some new Muslim classes there. We're helping the new Muslims. I mean, you're welcome to attend that as well. They teach the prayer. But at the end of the day, Islam is what you make it. You can't expect to not put any effort in and not feel the rewards and the benefit. It takes time as well. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good to finally do it because I've been used to a good 6 months probably. And then,
SubhanAllah, 6 months you've been looking
the last few months saying more and more. And then I say I went to the mosque and got myself a nice big one.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice. I've been reading that then. I don't know, about 20 pages or something every day, or try to nearly every day.
The main thing is to understand it. Yeah. Don't read 20 pages and not understand it.
Of course.
If it takes 10 or 5 pages, just comprehend it, understand what. The other thing is as well, the Quran is not like any other book. It can. You got to realize that the Quran was revealed over 23 years, piece by piece. It didn't just come down in one go. So it's like clumps of verses came together. So sometimes you'll be reading, and then it'll change subject or change story, and you think it's not like other books. You see, so again, watching videos on YouTube, reading books, understanding the Quran, what Allah is saying is. All this is going to benefit you. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's amazing. I'm happy to speak to you. And,
me too. It's, it's good. Yeah. I suppose it is.
Can I introduce you to a couple of converts? There's loads of converts here. There's loads of new Muslims and converts here, and it'd be just nice for you to meet a couple, just before you go, and just to see there's so many brothers who. Let me introduce you to Brother Ben. Come. His brother just took Shahada, mashallah.
Oh, mashallah.
This is his brother Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Ben's been a Muslim quite a few years now, so just wanted to see you.
Yeah. Let's have a chat later. But when
he's not on camera, he's got some problems. Yeah, can't go on.
Fine, yeah.
You've got loads of I need to give these. But I mean, as I say, it's just take your time. It's a journey, bro. It's not something. It's a way of life. The rest of your life, you're learning. Like him? Right? No. You are so. Oh. No. Where are you from? Which city? Medina? Riyadh, mashallah.
Medina is all the time.